So you guys might know by now that I am a huge advocate for healthy eating. But what I do hear a lot is that eating healthy in Singapore is super expensive. And I don't blame you for thinking that way, because if you were to eat a salad outside, it can cost you anywhere from $12 to $20 sometimes. And so the producers have thrown me the challenge of eating healthy under $15 a day. I can choose to eat out or meal prep as long as I stick to the $15. So I'd say my normal eating out budget would be somewhere from $10 to $15 for my meal. It's just that when I'm eating out, I prefer to eat healthier options, and that can be more expensive in Singapore. To me, $10 for a good quality wholesome meal is pretty reasonable and decent, but I do understand that if you're a student, $10 can be really pricey for a meal. Back when I was a student and bodybuilding, I used to eat 5 to 6 meals a day, and at that point of time, I didn't have a lot of money to spend on food, so I had to kind of pick and choose what foods would give me the most nutrition for the least amount of money. And I know that $15 does sound like quite a strict budget, but I am determined to show you guys that whether you're eating at a hawker center, at a coffee shop, or meal prepping at home, it is possible to eat healthier. Morning guys, so it is day 1 of my $15 a day challenge. So for breakfast today, I'm going to be having a typical Singaporean breakfast with eggs and toast. All in all, this set cost me $3. And the meal is less than 300 calories altogether. You get your carbs, your protein, and your fat. And another tip I also have is that sometimes your toast come with a lot of butter and kaya. I do have to scrape it off because I feel sometimes they give you that whole slab of butter. That might be too much for the morning. So you can just dip it in the yolk. And I think that the yolk provides that delicious good fats that you need. This is going to be sufficient fuel for me to go do my full day of filming. So I'm at a coffee shop right now, about to have lunch, and today I'm going to have some Thai fun, which is economical rice. As far as economical rice goes, a lot of the times when you get meat, it's always a bit more expensive. I don't want to break my budget, so for my protein source today, I'm going to stick with egg and tofu. Rule of thumb also is just stay away from the more deep fried options, because that has a lot of sugar and oil and will be a lot higher in calories for you. So you want to stick to things like steamed fish and tofu. This is my meal. I have tofu, I have 2 vegetables and an egg. So it's $3.70 for the entire meal. So I chose to get my protein sauce from tofu and egg because it is a cheaper protein option. A rule of thumb I also have when I eat Thai fan is I don't eat all the rice, because rice does make me feel very full and sleepy, especially in the middle of the day. So you don't want so much of the carbs. Alright, so it's almost the end of the day and I am done with work. I'm about to head out to go and do some grocery shopping, and I plan to meal prep for about 3 meals. So that also means that my grocery budget cannot exceed $15. First up on my list is vegetables, and I think it's very important to find your vegetables because it's just one of the basic micronutrients that we need. So I'm starting off with some broccoli, and broccoli is a vegetable that I love to keep as a staple because they're very simple to prepare. They're super fibrous, so they're going to keep you very full. This is about $1.44 for 244 grams. This will last you a good 2 meals. I am gonna get some spinach with me. This is $3.65, and it might sound quite pricey to pay, but just think about the micronutrients that you're getting out of spinach. You get all the ions, all the vitamins that you need, and basically all the fiber that you need in a day as well. This can last you a good 2 meals, and I think that as a base of your meal, this is definitely worth spending a bit more on. So the next thing I'm gonna look at is carbs. And over here I have some Japanese sweet potatoes. It's so voluminous and filling and just packed with so many vitamins and good nutrients that you need. And it's a slow digesting carb, so it's going to keep you fuller longer. And I think that's a great tip for when you're grocery shopping. You want to focus on foods that are voluminous and also keep you fuller for longer. And there are a good 6 potatoes inside for $2.30. So that's about 30 or 40 cents a potato. Honestly, 1 whole potato can be your carbs for a meal. So I do believe that for a healthy balanced diet, you should definitely eat a lot of fruit, and I've decided to go for bananas. It's $1.50, but I get 4 bananas. It's just packed with all the potassium, nutrients, and good vitamins that you need. It's good sugars for you to get your energies back up to speed throughout the day as a snack. As far as affordable protein goes, nothing beats eggs. Here is a carton of 10, and this is $1.60. That works out to 16 cents an egg, and for the amount of protein you get, within each egg, you get a good 6 to 7 grams of protein. So I think as far as meats go, I'm looking for chicken breast, and over here I managed to find chicken breast fillet. It's 150 grams for $1.90, and I think this will last me for just about 1 meal. That's the thing about shopping in Singapore for meats. I think the best is if you can go to Sheng Siong or one of those like Giant, and you can get, you know, like 2 kg worth of chicken breast frozen. That's a great tip actually. If you get it frozen and not fresh, it's a lot cheaper. And I think also, you know, if you're buying meats on a budget, then definitely things like beef, salmon and pork are kind of luxury meats for you. In some ways it's good also, because I do think that white meat is a lot healthier than red meat personally. Like I personally like eating chicken breast and fish a lot more than red meats like beef, because I just think that, you know, the fat content of beef is also a lot higher and the cholesterol is also a lot higher. And if you are vegetarian or vegan, then silken tofu is a great source of protein for you, because it's a whole meal. You have your carbs and your protein, and all you gotta do is add veggie to this. So my grocery haul is now standing at $14, just under my $15 budget. I think I got the right amount of carbs, proteins and veggies that I need to last me a good 2 days. I think that being humble about your eating actually makes you eat a lot healthier. I got very like highly nutrient dense foods. I think that that's really the key if you are shopping on a budget. And with cooking yourself, you know, you control how much salt and seasoning and oil goes into your foods. So it might not seem like you are, you know, saving a lot of money as compared to eating out when you can get all these cheap options outside. But just think of like the money that you save, you know, I mean, just, I know it sounds kind of morbid, but like in future, you know, all like your medical bills or your health issues that you have to deal with, and all like the thousands of dollars you're gonna spend there, you know, if you can really control the foods that go into your body, then I believe that you are investing in yourself. Alright, so I'm home and I just put all my Japanese sweet potatoes inside the air fryer. So if you have an oven at home or an air fryer or a steamer, then it will come in handy. This is seriously like my ultimate favorite snack, because it's so easy to prepare, it's sweet, it's a slow digesting carb, so it doesn't give you like a crazy sugar spike. I am starving, so I'm just gonna whip together a very simple, quick, fast-free meal. I'm gonna open up this box of tofu. I'm also very quickly cut up my broccoli. The stem is where there are a lot of very good nutrients and vitamins, and it's a bit of a waste if you throw it all away. And very simply just cook my head of broccoli in the microwave oven. Pro tip, just put a bit of water at the base, put a lid on top of it, and then microwave this in the oven for about 2 minutes, and then you have steamed broccoli. And I'm gonna have half now and then save the other half for a meal tomorrow. Alright, so all in all, this is my dinner for tonight. I have with me some silken tofu for my protein, Japanese sweet potato for my slow digesting carbs, and a full bed of broccoli. And all together, if I were to sum up the cost of this entire plate, it was $2. It might look like really bland to you, so if you want to flavor it, you can put your own like chili sauce or soy sauce. But honestly, this keeps me very, very healthy and full. So actually, you know, for day number 1, I was able to keep my meals under $10, not even hitting the $15 mark. So I'm very proud of myself, and I personally don't feel hungry throughout the day. And it also helped that I was kind of like working throughout the rest of the day, and I drank a lot of water. So water keeps you full. And tomorrow I'm gonna be meal prepping and preparing more food for the rest of the day, and I'm gonna hopefully stay within my budget as well. Good morning! So today is day 2 of my $15 budget challenge. So I'm gonna be preparing for myself some eggs and eating a banana for breakfast. I think that that's gonna fill me up for now, and then cook a bit more because I have to meal prep for lunch today. Alright guys, guess how much my beautiful breakfast costs? Less than $1. I have a sufficient amount of carbs from the banana, the right amount of vitamins and potassium and protein, and I even sprinkle a bit of ground cinnamon. Just gives you that a bit of sweetness, and at the same time, you know, having cinnamon in the morning also great to help lower your blood glucose levels. Like, this is very good at regulating your blood sugar in the morning. So I'm gonna eat this now and then go and get ready for work. Okay, right now I'm gonna prepare my chicken breast. I have cut up the chicken breast that I purchased at the market yesterday, and I know this is not part of the budget, but I would say it is worth spending on coconut oil or extra virgin olive oil, because this stuff just lasts you for a very long time. You can use it to cook all your foods, and I think it's definitely worth investing in. And good pepper, and also seasoning, because I personally like to flavor my foods with seasonings and spices, not sauces, because sauces are added calories and sugars and fats. So I just put a teaspoon of extra virgin coconut oil. I'm gonna season it with a lot of herbs. I'm gonna put a bit of Himalayan pink salt. This is something else that I recommend you guys also invest in, and I personally like having pink salt over white table salt. I think it's just a lot better for your body. There you have my meal prep cooked chicken breast, and I'm gonna have this with my spinach for lunch. Okay, so I'm in between filming today, and for lunch it's a very simple salad. I have my spinach, I have my chicken breast that I prepared this morning, and I also packed with me some sweet potato that I prepped last night. Personally, I know it's super inconvenient to meal prep yourself and it takes a lot of time to do so, but I do feel that not only do you get to save money on food if you meal prep, but you also can control the quality of the food that goes into your body, and it's just a lot more nutritious and healthy for you than eating outside. For dinner tonight, I am having yong tau foo. I have 6 different pieces and the bee hoon. I got some tofu and eggs as my protein sauce, and my veggies of course, and it's like a super clean, very healthy meal. I think the whole meal is under I'd say under 400 calories, and I think that for this whole meal I was able to get it at $4. I think it's pretty much a very good find. So besides things like yong tau foo, another great food item I like to have is fish soup. You know, so these are like some very healthy and easy foods that you can get at a lot of different hawker centers and coffee shops, and yong tau foo is definitely my go-to. And all together today, I spent less than $10 on all my foods. Alright, it is day 3 of my $15 budget challenge, and this morning I tried my best to vlog, but I had to run to the gym, and I also had to pack because I'm flying off tonight for a month-long trip to the US. So it was quite a crazy morning, very chaotic, and I just had to skip breakfast. And I don't recommend skipping breakfast, but that also means that I have a bit more budget to spend on lunch. Alright, I am getting some thunder tea rice, also known as lee cha. This is like my favorite Hakka vegetarian dish. This has veggies, a lot of different kinds of veggies like cabbage, some chopped beans, some Chinese spinach, and then on top of it you also have some tofu, and they also put some nuts for some crunch. Over here it comes with a kind of like a green soup. I know it doesn't look like the most appetizing to some people, but trust me, the taste is just so refreshing. It is 50 cents more for brown rice, but I personally would like to spend a bit more on having brown rice because I think the nutritional value of brown rice is much better than plain white rice, and it also keeps you fuller for longer. Okay, so I just spent the past 3 hours writing some messages to anyone who's ordered a yoga mat or a resistance band, and I've also done setting the packaging. So if you order a yoga mat, you actually get also a Clicknetwork keychain as well as a little note from me. And if you order the resistance band, you get a bunch of Clicknetwork stickers as well as a little handwritten notes. So I've written all these handwritten notes with personalized messages, and I really hope that they motivate you to stay on track with your fitness goal. For anyone who wants to get your hands on these stuff, we put the link in the description box, so go and check that out. Okay, so I'm gonna have my 40 cents banana. They give me the energy, and then I'm gonna keep writing so that it can get to you guys. Alright, so I'm home now making some dinner, and I'm gonna show you all that I have left from our little grocery spree. I still have some spinach left, about half more, and I'm gonna have this for dinner. And then I also have a lot of sweet potato left, so I'm about to take a flight, and I'm gonna heat this up, put it in my bag, and keep it as snacks. This is 4 egg whites and 1 yolk. And my mom did make some rice, and rice is another inexpensive staple. I don't think it's like rice is bad. I think there's that misconception. I think it's really like the amount of rice that you eat. So just a rule of thumb, a palm size amount. I'm gonna have rice, eggs, and then some spinach to go with this. And that's my dinner. So I just finished the final meal of my 3-day $15 budget challenge, and I can conclude that it's definitely not easy to stay within a $15 budget if you are eating out. You know, I think if there are like social events or you know, times where you have to go out and eat with your friends, it's definitely not easy at all to fit your meals within the $15 budget. but I would say that it is really possible for you to eat healthy on a tight budget, and I've shown that through eating out, and I've shown that through meal prepping. Definitely, meal prepping does cut you a lot of costs, because when you can buy staples, that can last you a good 2 to 3 meals. So if you space out your groceries, you find that you barely spend that much money on food. And these 3 days have really made me very conscious about the types of food that I put into my body, because with such a tight budget, you want to be conscious on the quality of foods that you're getting. For the past few days, I've been getting my protein from plant-based source or eggs. I don't know if it's a vegetarian diet. I don't know if it's like cutting meat out or making my foods a lot simpler, less complicated, less sauces, less oils. I do find that my digestion has improved tremendously for the past 3 days. Maybe there is benefits to eating a vegetarian diet. So what do you guys think? Do you think I should do another episode on going vegetarian or vegan? Let me know in the comments. So these are some tips on how I personally eat healthy on a budget. But if you guys have any tips of your own, please do share it down below, because I think it's nice that we can all learn from each other. So for those of you guys who don't know, we do have a no sweat merchandise store that is up and running now. We have resistance bands and yoga mats, our very first line of merchandise. Guys, I can't wait for you to finally try it out. These products have been in the works for such a long time, and finally we can make fitness accessible for you to work out at home or at the gym. And please, if you're interested, do support us. Head to the link in the description down below. So if you guys are interested in more products and more merchandise, do let us know as well in the comments, because we'd love to just expand this and create more for you. And with all our other videos, please remember to click the like, hit the subscribe button, and also the little bell, so you always get a notification every time we post a new video. Or you can download the Clicknetwork app to get early access to our videos before they hit YouTube. That's all for now. Take care, guys. Bye!